So my friend who knows nothing about TVs ranked these TVs for gaming in this order. Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here from Waltz, and today we're doing a little bit different of a video. So the goal of this video is to see what TV performs the best for gaming, but not just down to the nitty and gritty. I really wanted to get a raw and authentic test, so I had my buddy here, Zach, with his PS5 come in and try a bunch of different games on different TVs. Now, the TVs up for contention are going to be QN70Q60A, which is a QLED TV, the QN75Q80A, which is also a QLED TV, QN85Q900B, which is an 8K mini LED, the OLED 77C2, Sony's XR77A80K, and Sony's XR75X95K mini LED. So we got two QLEDs, two mini LEDs, and two OLEDs. And I really didn't want to say much to him. I just said, hey, come in and test these out, and you're gonna rank them at the end. Now, as far as source goes, we were using a Blueberry HDMI cable from AudioQuest, and we wanted to make sure we had a nice, smooth, and crisp image. So if you guys haven't already seen our video on AudioQuest, I definitely recommend go giving that a watch. And as far as settings go, we just did the auto detect game mode and just let the work do itself. Now, starting at number 6, Zach chose to rank the Q60 at number 6, and this is why.
I think I would put this one in 6. Boom. It was nice. It just, I like the other ones more. Better quality, picture quality, better movement, things like that.
Moving on to number 5. Sticking with the QLEDs, he went to the Q80 as his 5th number, and this is why.
For number 5, I'd go with the one right next to it, which would be this one, yeah. I'd say they're similar in like motion, things like that. This one had a lot better picture than that one, I felt like, and that's why I put it above.
Moving on to number 4, and before you guys get really triggered when he says this, I just want to let you know this was a completely raw test, and it's just, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. He actually put the OLED 77C2 at number 4, and this is why.
And I'd have this one at 4. I say when you compare it to the first two, the game felt better on that than it did on the one I put in 5th. I'd say they had this one had better picture and better game quality. And yeah, that's basically it.
Now, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Moving on to number 3. Now, I was a little surprised with this one, but given the fact that the C2 is already out of the top 3, it makes sense. And for this one, he picked the X95K, which is Sony's mini LED. And this is why.
And then for number 3, I put this TV. This one, I really like the color on. One of my favorite ones for the color, probably my second favorite on color. I'd say that one had similar gameplay, but I just like the color on this one a lot better. And that's why I put it above.
Now, coming in at number 2, this might surprise you, but he actually chose the OLED 80K. Why he put it at the number 2 spot? I'll let him tell you.
And for number 2, I put this one. These two are really close, but I like this one better because the shadows look better, the motion felt better. It just felt more clean on that one than it did on the one I put at 3.
Now, coming in at number 1, I think this may have shocked us all. Zach really enjoyed the Q900B the most for his gaming experience, and I'll let him tell you why.
This one is the best one. It felt like the best of both worlds from the last two. It had the vibrant colors, the good shadows, and the gameplay felt really good. And so that's why I put it as the best one.
Now, this is obviously what he said after trying all of them, but I want to kind of put in some of the notes I was taking and things I was asking him while gaming and just kind of compare them to one another. Now let's start with the Q60, which he put in 6th place. His reasoning for this being 6th place is that he said it wasn't much better than the one he has at home, although the color was a little bit brighter. So if I had to guess, he had a standard edge-lit panel without any quantum dot. Also, it's only 60 hertz, so if he says it's about the same, then he's probably playing on 60 hertz. Moving on to the Q80, which he put at 5th. He said the color on this one was a lot more vibrant and the picture was very smooth when he was moving around. Now what he said is pretty much spot on. It has 120 hertz refresh rate plus more lighting zones, so it's just naturally going to be a brighter, more accurate TV alongside with a little bit of processing power, but that wasn't the focus of this. Now moving on to the OLED C2 by LG, which he ranked at 4th. And the reason he said he put it at 4th was because of the way the color looked. He liked it more on the A80K, but the motion rate on the C2 with game mode seemed like it was better. And the bright scenes were not too bright, or the dark scenes were not too dark. So I think when it came to comparing OLED to OLED, they were pretty close, but he probably just liked the way that the Sony's color looked. Me, a little bit different of opinion, but we'll get to that later. Now, looking at the X95K, which is the mini LED TV that he put at 3rd place, this one does have 120 hertz refresh rate, so obviously I would expect it to rank a little bit higher than the other ones. But his main notes on this one was the fact that the color was more vibrant than the Q80 and the picture was even smoother. So if I had to guess, it's probably more to do with processing power than anything, because they both look great and it really just comes down to what he prefers to use more. Now let's look at the A80K, which was at his 2nd option. Something I found very interesting about this is that I tried to put it in different picture modes because the OLEDs are obviously not as bright, but he preferred the game mode over the vivid mode. He said that the contrasts and shadows were a lot better, but he did say that the 95K had better motion. Now I can pretend like I know why he thought that, but maybe somebody has a better answer out there. I don't know. If you have an idea why he might thought the X95K's motion was better than the A80J, please let me know. And for the number 1 spot, he put the Q900B, which is this year's 8K mini LED from Samsung. On this one specifically, he said that the color was pretty similar to the mini LED by Sony, if not maybe a little bit brighter, but had similar shadows to the OLED, the 80K, which was kind of interesting because it's not an OLED, but at the same time it's 8K and there's more lighting zones, so it can mimic it pretty well. And as a last note, he did say that the motion rate feels very similar as the Q80 Samsung, which they're all 120 except for the Q60. Now, let's get to the interesting part, because this is the main reason why I did this video, is because I want to get a better understanding of what's the right gaming TV for you. So we'll do a little side-by-side comparison here. With Zach's ratings, he chose the Q60 at 6th, the Q80 at 5th, the OLED C2 at 4th, the Sony 95K mini LED at 3rd, Sony's A80K OLED TV at 2nd, and Samsung's new 8K 900B in 1st. On paper, it would be a little bit different. It'd look more like the Q60 at 6th, Q80 at 5th, same, but then the Q900B and 4th, and then the X95K at 3rd, the A80K at 2nd, and the OLED C2 in 1st. Definitely a little bit different, but why not throw in my personal opinion based on watching all these? I personally would have stuck with the 6th place as Q60, 5th place Q80, 4th place the A80K, and in 3rd place the X95K, 2nd place the Q900B, and 1st the OLED 77C2. Now some of you might be a little bit curious to why I would rank it that way, but honestly I love LG and the way the game mode works on their television sets. Samsung, the brightness from the mini LED was amazing, and that's part of the reason why I put it at 2nd. I think the 8K helps with the crisp image, but I was really impressed with how well it looked on an 85-inch TV from not that far away. Now, wrapping everything up, the only similarity we found is the Q60 and the Q80 were distinguishably the lower end of the spectrum on all 3 lists. They were all going to rank at the bottom, and not that they're not great sets, but once you start to get into the high-end TVs, there's really only one thing I can conclude from this. It comes down to one word: preference. Based on the results of this test with my friend who knows nothing about TVs, it's been pretty clear to me that at the end of the day, once you get into the high-end TVs, it really just comes down to preference. Because on paper, the OLED C2 should be first, but he ranked it 4th. Not that he didn't like it, but he liked the mini LED more. You know, if you're looking at any of these TVs, I recommend that you look at them first before you buy them. Now, if you're here in Arizona, come visit our store in Tempe, and we have them all here on display. If not, and you're out of state and you'd like to support us in another way, we do ship to the US 48 with pretty fast shipping. All you have to do is visit waltz.com, and I'll link every one of these TVs down in the description as well. And if you guys made it this far, make sure to leave a comment of how you would personally rank them, and it's just interesting to kind of see everybody's perspective. So other than that, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. That's going to be all for this one, and if you guys haven't already, check out some of our other cool videos on products like these. If you guys are interested in getting the best deal on this product, email youtube@waltz. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos or deals.